Hi readers! This week for shared reading, we're going to be doing a poem. I love when we do poems and then you get to read them later in your poetry journal and illustrate them, all that kind of fun stuff. But today we're going to be learning a new term that poets use, and it is called alliteration. Can you say that? Alliteration. In a little bit, you're going to find out what alliteration is, and we're going to scour or look through the poem for examples of alliteration. But first, I need to teach you the poem. And this poem is going to be fun because it's going to have some movements to go along with it. Now, if you were here in the classroom, you might be standing nearby somebody. So when we do movements to poems, you need to make sure that you're being responsible with your movements and adhering to people's personal spaces. At home, you might not have to worry about personal space, but you probably have to worry about furniture. So make sure you're always in control of your body and you're moving responsibly and safely. All right, so let's take a look at the poem. I'm going to echo read it with you and show you the movements that go along with it. So the title is Windshield Wipers. Can you say that? Windshield Wipers. And the poet is Mary Ann Hoberman. Can you say that? Mary Ann Hoberman. Good. All right, the first line. Windshield wipers wipe the windshield. You say that. Windshield wipers wipe the windshield. Do you know what the windshield is? In a car, that piece of glass in the front, right? I guess they call it a windshield because it shields you from letting all that wind going in the car. When you go fast, the wind can be really strong. All right, let's keep going. Wipe the water off the pane. Now, when Mary Ann uses that term pane, she doesn't mean, ouch, that hurts. When you have a piece of glass, it's called a pane. Just like when you have a window in your house, it's called the window pane. Pane is just a sheet of glass, okay? What we're gonna be doing is we're gonna be moving our hands like windshield wipers, okay? Echo after me. This way, and do what I do. That way. This way. That way. This way. That way. In the rain. Echo. In the rain. All right, so were you able to get the movements along with the words? Awesome. All right, we are going to take a look at the poem now, the words of the poem, and we're going to echo it again. And give me 1 second to change spots. All right, friends, here is the poem written out for you, and I'm going to try to squeeze in here with it. I'm going to use my handy dandy wand pointer. We are going to echo the poem now that we see the words, okay? So follow along with me. Windshield Wipers. Your turn. Windshield Wipers by Mary Ann Hoberman. Good. Windshield wipers wipe the windshield. Your turn. Windshield wipers wipe the windshield. Wipe the water off the pane. Your turn. Wipe the water off the pane. All right. Just echo me here. I'm not going to be able to do the movements and point. So this way, that way, this way, that way, this way, that way. In the rain. Your turn. In the rain. Good. All right. I think the poem is simple enough, and we've done it twice now, echoing. I think we can do it together. What do you think? You want to do it with me? Now, when we get to the this way, that way, I'm going to be going like this and not pointing because, you know, I can't do both. All right. Here we go. Read the title with me. Windshield Wipers by Mary Ann Hoberman. Windshield wipers wipe the windshield. Wipe the water off the pane. This way, that way, this way, that way, this way, that way, in the rain. Awesome, how'd you do? Oops, I just dropped my pointer. That was pretty fun, wasn't it? All right, earlier in the lesson, I mentioned that you're gonna learn a new term, and that term is alliteration. Now, alliteration is when an author makes the words in a sentence have the same letter so that when you listen to it, it sounds kind of fun. So we're gonna listen for some alliteration in the poem. Here we go. Windshield wipers. How about in the title? Windshield wipers. Do you hear anything that sounds the same? Windshield wipers. Windshield wipers. They both start with the W sound. Good, here we go. Windshield wipers wipe the windshield. Do you hear anything that sounds the same there? Windshield wipers wipe the windshield. Lots of more w sounds, aren't there? Let me underline them. All right, I'm going to read the second line, and I want you to listen for any sounds that are the same. Wipe the water off the pane. Wipe the water off the pane. What words do I need to underline the first letter? Wipe and water. Good. Let's listen to this part. This way, that way, this way, that way, this way, that way. Oh my goodness. There's lots of words way. There's lots of ways. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's get them all. In the rain. Do we have any W sounds there? Nah, we don't. Look at all those W's. Mary Ann Hoberman put lots of W sounds in it. All right, we're gonna read it one more time. And I want you to try to emphasize or really pronounce the W sound. You ready? Windshield Wipers by Mary Ann Hoberman. Windshield wipers wipe the windshield, wipe the water off the pane. This way, that way, this way, that way, this way, that way, in the rain. Nice. All right, I'm gonna move back to the chair. Oh my goodness. That was so much fun learning about alliteration. And I think now that I've told you about the term and I have showed you what it's like, I think now when you're reading some books, you might notice some alliteration in there. So when you see it, I want you to tell somebody at home, hey, look, there's alliteration. That means a lot of words in the sentence or in the story start with the same letter or the same letter sound. All right, so your discussion board question. I would love for you to come up with a sentence using your name using alliteration. So I want you to think about the beginning sound of your name, and I want you to try to use other words that start with that same letter. You can have someone in your family help you. All right, I'm gonna give you an example for me. So I'm Mrs. Bates. So I'm gonna do lots of b words. All right, let me think. So I got Bates, ball. Ooh, I could do a beach ball. Could be bouncing a beach ball. Oh, I like it. All right, here it goes. Mrs. Bates bounces on a big beach ball. Do you hear all that alliteration? All right, I can't wait for you to be sharing those sentences with your alliteration in them. And if you want, you can do a video and read them to me, or you can type them out, or you can do both. All right, I will see you back tomorrow where we do some more work with our poem, Windshield Wipers. Bye.